Hi, ladies. I know it's been about, I say maybe 2 months or 3 months since I last updated. I'm not sure. I've been super busy. I've been working, taking care of Shania. She's had two bouts of sickness, and it's just been crazy. And my mom had surgery, and I've been calling to check on her, which I should be here soon, so I'll make this a quick video. Well, I've been working. I work at Lowe's. I'm a cashier. I've been there since October. I love it. The hours are good. I am part time. The pay is good. It's awesome actually, so I can't complain. Um, I'm looking to move to a townhouse. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. I should be receiving a letter in the mail by the end of this month. So the next couple of weeks, by the end of this month, beginning of next year, I should find out the news of the townhouse. I'm super excited because that's a new adventure for me. A townhouse from an apartment is totally different. Um, I guess I should update from the video. I did do a video of a very faintly positive pregnancy test. I believe it's either was that or an evat, but I will say this, that the test, one of the tests was positive within 5 minutes. If you can see it or not, I'm not sure. And I kept the test, and the line never faded, never went anywhere. I never got my cycle, and every test after that has been negative. I am now cycle day, probably in the 90s, and the reason why I have not induced my period, well, until now, I haven't induced my period since before then, was because I was trying to get it to come naturally. I've been on my metformin faithfully for at least month, 3 months, maybe 2 3 months, probably going on 4 since September. I've lost weight. I've lost about roughly 10. Well, total from where I was, I lost 12 pounds. I think 12 or 15 pounds I lost, and I figured that would be it. I started cutting back on my carbs, which cut my weight down really quickly. When I did carb cutting, I was down 7 pounds in a week. It was like amazing how quickly the weight loss came. But I started going back with the carbs, and my weight loss is fluctuating. I'm no longer reaching 280. I am in my 260s, so I kind of want to keep it that way. And work, it's a lot of activity, so work is my exercise besides me trying to exercise when I get the time, which I haven't yet. So I want to try to TTC again. I did take a break because with everything that I did, it didn't work, and it's frustrating. It was getting frustrating. Last month made 2 years that I've been trying to conceive. Number two, I started when Shania was only 5 months old. And that's the same month that my cycle came back after I had her. It was 5 months. So I figured, it was a sign, and it wasn't going to be long, and lo and behold, it is. Now, my weight from when I had Shania, I'm up probably, I think the lowest I got down to was 236, I believe. So I'm still up a little bit. I'm like close to 30 pounds over that. But from where I was to now, it's an achievement. I can't look back on where I was before. At least I'm going backwards and not forwards, as in more weight. So that's an achievement. We recently did our Christmas photos, and I will be putting in our slideshow. For those who are not friends with me on Facebook, they can see our Christmas photos, which turned out beautifully. Shania did awesome. She was so photogenic. It was just amazing. I can't wait to show you. But since my little break from YouTube and TTC, which has been a month or so, well, no, a few months, I'm sorry, because the cycle, I did try that cycle, and I thought I was ovulating really late, around cycle 33, 35. I did get a positive ovulation test, a peak on a advanced digital ovulation test, and still no cycle. So what I think it is, my body geared up to ovulate and then didn't. So my blood work recently showed that everything is getting worse, and I don't know how, but I was doing so good and everything was getting better, and I'm doing greater than what I did before, and it's getting worse. It's kind of odd, but there's not much I can say on that part. It's confusing, it's aggravating, it's scary, because when I'm doing right and it's not going the way it's supposed to go. So my plans is, once my period starts, to do some type of ovulation induction. I don't want to try Clement anymore, because Clement, I don't think it's really working for me. I'm going to try from there, but I have to, of course, find it. I did find someone who was nice enough to donate some Gonal F or Follow Stem and Menopur. So I have Menopur and Gonal F, and I'm just looking for ovulation inductor and go from there. I'm not sure when my cycle will start, but when it does start, I will update. I will update what all I'm doing and how it goes. I will be doing a progesterone test to see if I guarantee that I did ovulate or not, and that I can get easily online as well. And it makes things easier for me. I do have to make my appointment to go to my endocrinologist to get some more blood work done, and see what she can do about what's going on with my body more. I will go back to cutting out carbs probably next week, and lower sugar, no soda, no juice. Try to keep a minimum and see how it goes from there. I'm trying to plan on taking Shania to go to Sesame's place for the furry Christmas. I think she will love that. She's in love with Elmo. She's in love with Cookie Monster. So I'm going to do that. I would have did a Christmas haul, but I already wrapped her gifts. Her gifts are already under the tree. I brought her, she has a lot of stuff. Just to name a few, she has a new kitchen set. She has a doll baby with a stroller that's a carrier as well, and a cart. It's a carrier, stroller, and cart for when she puts her food in. It's Mommy and Me shopping cart. I brought her the VTech Go-Go Friends Princess Castle. I got her three friends. She's got Misty, Clara, Darla, and Robin. Those all go with her Princess Castle. I'm gonna buy her more because she likes it. She's playing with Robin, if I'm not mistaken. I let her open one gift, and she loves it. She has the Caterpillar She has a caterpillar, and she has two expansion packs that go with the caterpillar. One is for lights and sounds, and the other one is an expansion to the directions that you connect to make them go places, to make the caterpillar go places. So I got her that. She got the dot mixed up in boombox. She did get a set of Melissa and Doug eggs. Now, for those who don't know, Melissa and Doug makes wooden toys, wooden learning toys, and the eggs, it's like where she can cut the eggs in half, and each egg, the inside, the yolk is colored. It's colored Velcro. So we can teach her the colors of the Velcro, and then we could mix and match and have her tell us what colors, which we've been working with her on her primary colors. She got some peekaboo books. Let me see. I think that's it. She does have a kitchen set. I bought her a new kitchen set. A lot of stuff I got her on Black Friday. She has new clothes, but all that she wears now because she's growing so fast. She is 4T, 5T in some clothes, but she's moving to a size 4 and 5. Now, Shanyia is not a bigger girl. She's actually tall. I don't know where she shot up from, but she is getting taller, and because of her height, we have to get her bigger clothes because the small clothes don't fit. Shania actually has a butt for a baby. She has a baby butt. I guess you call it. I don't know, but yeah, she's growing up so fast. Her doctor's appointment, she was 36 pounds. We went to the doctor yesterday because, as you hear her in the background, her coughing. The doctor says that she is sick. She looks sick, obviously. She sounds sick. She doesn't have pneumonia. And as of right now, he doesn't prescribe anything because it could just be a virus. If it lasts longer than 7 days, to bring it back, and maybe she needs something. So right now, I'm just waiting, and I'm off work for the past 4 days. Well, 4 days total I'm off. And I'm keeping her home. The doctor doesn't want her in daycare. So once I go back to work on Friday, my mom and dad is going to take her. And we're trying to keep her minimally from being in and out the doors. And see how it goes. So she has another appointment actually on Thursday to see her ENT for her follow-up for her tubes, and because it'll be a year in January that she had that surgery. And I went to talk to him about some issue that she has going on, and it's nosebleeds. You know, Shania doesn't have a typical nosebleed. Shania nose will bleed for about a half an hour. I was in here ready to call the ambulance because she was bleeding so much. And I mean, she had, TMI, she had big clots just falling out of her nose, and the blood was just gushing. I called the nurse hotline. They said try to get her to clot. She wouldn't hold still while I pinched her nose. When I did get her still, it stopped for maybe 5 minutes, and then blood clot, I guess she had started to clot. Then the blood clot slipped out her nose, and so I called back and I said, she stopped for 5 minutes. What do I do? She said, take her to the hospital. She may need to have her nose packed. And I'm like, oh my God, her nose has to be packed. So I called her dad off of work. He was already on his way home since before the first phone call. I'm like, I need you to get home. I don't know what's going on. We need to take her to the hospital, call the ambulance. I don't know. So I called him freaking out. He was on his way home. And then about a few minutes after I got the phone, the nurse the second time, her nose had stopped. So then one day I was at work. My mom called me, and Shania was sleeping in bed, and she sent me a picture. She was like, what is this? And it was a big blood clot just coming out of her nose. Mind you, Shania was asleep. And it just, my mom started freaking out. I'm at work. I can't do nothing. She called my dad off of work, and I'm like, okay. I'm not sure, so that's something that I would talk to her ENT about, because they did do a removal of her adenoids. And since then, she was good. She's had about, she's had one sinus infection in the whole year. Her adenoids is removed, one sinus infection, but I think she has another one. Her fevers are very low grade. I keep up with her. We keep her with her breathing treatment. She had one before she went to bed, so she's technically not due for another one for another 3 hours. So no matter how much she coughs, and not unless she has distress in breathing, there's technically nothing that I can personally do to help her. She has a humidifier in her room. She has an air purifier in her room. She has a pillow where though she lay on it. Right now she's still awake watching TV. Whereas though she lays on it, she's sitting up. I don't know what else more I can do for her. I try to keep her as comfortable as possible. I try to give her what she wants and what she needs. I make sure she eats and she stays hydrated. So other than that, it's not draining, but it's sort of aggravating to see your child sick and knowing you're doing the best you can, and it still isn't good enough to give them relief. It really does hurt. But so that's what's going on with her, and just about basically everything. She talks wonderfully. She knows her manners. She says please, thank you, you're welcome. She says bless you if she sneezes. She says excuse me if she burps. Um, she has wonderful manners, but some bad words she has picked up from me and her dad. I can't really say I have not said bad words in front of her. She has picked up, and we're correcting that. Um, so I'm guessing all in all, I know this was a video going here and there and here and there, but this is the basis of everything that's been going on the past few months, what's going on currently, and what's coming up in the future. I'm hoping that if everything goes correctly and I get my letter stating that I was approved to move into the townhouse, which of course you gotta wait, you gotta go through the credit process, stuff like that. If I get that letter, I'll come back and let you know because I'm so excited. I have a bank account. If anybody knows me, I have a prepaid Walmart card that you can get deposits on. That's where my check goes and blah, blah, blah. I've had that card for like 5 or 6 years. But I officially went out and got a bank account. So I have a bank account. I'm excited. I know it seems minuscule to some, but it's exciting to me. So, other than that, all in all, that's about it. I know it's a pretty long video. Well, from what I see, it's 18 minutes. It looks like 18 minutes. I don't know particularly what else I can add. Nope. I hate to hit my baby sound so bad. I really do. Because you just saw it's the weather change, it's daycare. Oh, and her daycare. We have issues with her daycare. That's one thing I haven't told you. We've been going back and forth with. Somebody scratched my baby in her face. And when you look at her Christmas pictures, you'll be able to see it. It's like right here on her face. I'm trying some cocoa butter therapy to try to get it to even out, but I'm not even sure if that's going to go anywhere. Yeah, she's been scratching her face 3 times. 3. And according to her teacher, it was her fault to why she was scratching her face. Now, mind you, I be at work, and I'm just getting the report from her dad when he picks me up from work. And they told me that the parents of some of the students was mad because they was chewing on Shanya's barrettes, and they preferred either A, stop putting barrettes in her hair, or B, secure her barrettes more. Yeah. secure her barrettes more, which I don't know how you do that. My thing is with this right here. One, why is their kids able to get to her hair and pull out her barrettes and chew on them? Because I know for a fact she's not pulling out her own barrettes and giving them to them to chew on. Two, it's amazing that they can come to me about my daughter's hair, but when she was being scratched in her face, no one, and I mean no one, told me anything. When I seen the scratches on her face, I asked her dad where they came from. And I said, you know what, ask daycare tomorrow when you go drop her off. Apparently, they was writing up incident reports on the scratches on her face, but not telling us. So how can you forget to tell a parent something when you wrote a report on? Now, I understand. I worked in daycare when I was in high school. It was a summer job. It was a program that I was going through in high school. And I did that for 4 years. Then after that, I worked at the daycare for additional 2 years. I worked in daycare. I understand you can't watch every child every time. But when a child gets scratched, bit, hurt, you have to write a report and you either call the parent. If not, you let the parent know when that child is picked up what happened, the time it happened, and what treatment was done and how they resolved the issue. And if the original teacher got off before the parent got off of work, the report is handed down to the next person who's handling them children, so that when that parent comes in, they tell the parent what happened. So therefore, if the parent has any more questions, they'd be like, well, this teacher comes back such and such time tomorrow, but this is the report I was given to give to you when you picked up the child. But no one said nothing to me about that. But yet they can come to me when other parents is mad about the barrettes. So I don't mind her being out of daycare. She's home with me. Like I said before, me personally, if I'm off for work, she's home with me. I don't send her to daycare, not unless I have a lot of running around to do. Other than that, she stays home with me. That's our bonding time. I teach her. We learn together. I learn more about her. I try to teach her more things. It's our bonding time. It's me and her. Like tomorrow, it's all me and her. Her dad will be working all day. That's fine. I love being home with my baby. So that's about everything. I know a whole bunch in like 23 minutes. So if you have any questions, put them down below. If you have a video you would like me to do, I am off until Friday, and then after that next week I'm off for 3 or 4 days. Like I said, I'm part-time, so I have plenty of days off. Excuse me, which I don't mind because I'm home with my child and I still make good money. So it works out. It's a win-win. Full-time hours starts in February, so that's when I'll be a little less on like I've been before, but like I said, I've been busy. So if you have any questions, put them below. If you have any video requests, put them below. I do have a new phone where I can do videos on. It has an awesome camera. I'm getting a little tripod for it. I'm getting a car. I think it's a car tripod. It's a car phone holder where I could be in the car and do videos as we're traveling, because I do want to record the whole traveling to the Sesame's place and her reaction. I want to do all of that. So just let me know, and I will try my hardest to get it done and get it posted. I appreciate everybody that's still subscribed to me. To those subscribers that I lost, I'm sorry. I haven't been active. It's just been so much going on, and I figured y'all deserve an explanation. And I'm sorry, and I promise to be more active. Just let me know what you want to see. And on top of that, I will also keep y'all included on my TTC journey, from my injections to my ovulation tests to pregnancy tests, anything. So alright then, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.